So remember this guy from January 6th in Nancy Pelosi's office? His name is Richard Barnett. And yeah, he should not have been there, and he's clearly breaking the law. But here's the thing, Mr. Barnett is still in jail. 2 months later, he's still sitting in jail? That doesn't seem right. I think we got a picture of his mugshot. There he is. And I heard there was some sort of outburst in court. Want to bring in his attorney. We got Joseph McBride joining us. Mr. McBride, welcome to Newsmax. How are you?
I'm doing well, Greg. How are you today?
Terrific. Now, first of all, your client there, Mr. Barnett, I just said it. You probably accept it too. Should not have been in that office. Did something wrong, and he probably should pay a price. But I am personally outraged, I'd say, that he's still in jail. That does not seem at all appropriate. There are accused murderers who get bail. Why is he still in jail?
He's still in jail because of the politics behind his case. Mr. Barnett has lived a law-abiding life for 60 years. He's married. He's gainfully employed. He's respected in this community. He has strong community ties. Usually in situations like this, those reasons in and of themselves are good enough for somebody to be able to fight a case from the outside.
Well, he's got a lot of charges. Let's go through them. I can't go through them all because there are like 50. But let's put that slate up if you don't mind. This is what he's facing: obstruction of an official proceeding, aiding and abetting, entering and remaining in a certain room in the Capitol building, disorderly, disruptive conduct in a restricted building. It goes on. Parading, demonstrating, picketing in a Capitol building, knowingly, it goes on and on and on. And oh, by the way, I think they want to get him for putting his feet up on Nancy's desk as well. The politics, you say, are keeping him in jail, but again, we have rules and procedures and laws. What is their justification, and what happened in court the other day? I heard he got mad.
So as to the justification, I'm not entirely sure what it is. We don't believe there is a sufficient justification to keep him incarcerated at this time. Regarding the other day, what we have is a situation where COVID-19 has affected every element of the justice system. In particular, in our case, Mr. Barnett was not able to be in court in person. The defense team was not able to be in court in person. As a result, there's a gap in communication. There became a point in time in the proceeding where Mr. Barnett wanted to confer with his defense team. He was unable to do it, and due to the frustration of his situation and the technical difficulties, he said, this ain't fair. That's it.
I see him with his dogs. Looks like a nice guy. He said he was interviewed on January 6th by somebody. This is somewhere on the Capitol grounds, not indoors. Let's take a look.
How'd you get it?
I didn't steal it. I bled on it because they were macing me and I couldn't see. And so I figured, well, I'm in her office. I got blood in her office. I'll put a quarter on her desk, even though she ain't worth it.
Okay, tough stuff. But you know what? I've seen a lot of video, a lot of pictures, and I've not seen a picture of your client breaking anything or hurting anybody. And we've all seen those pictures where there's violence. Did your client break anything or hurt anybody on that day?
Absolutely not. Under no set of circumstances did he do any of those things. At the end of the day, this case is going to turn on whether or not they can prove that there was a dangerous instrument. Everybody's talking about this stun gun. That's what the government is using here to blow this case out of proportion. When you look at this stun gun, so to speak, it's really a walking stick stun gun. It has three sort of modes of operation. It can be a walking stick, it can be a flashlight, it can be a stun gun. In order for a stun gun to work, it has to be operable, it has to be charged, or it has to have a battery. The stun gun did not work in this case. He showed up with a walking stick to a rally where he knew he was going to be all day, and that is it. There's no evidence of the stun gun being waved, of a walking stick hitting anybody, of it breaking anybody. We are talking about somebody who went into a building after he was pushed in, and that's it. It's a glorified trespass.
Yeah, I want to see that picture at the desk. If you do zoom in, we may not be able to, but on his belt, there's that object. It's that stun gun / walking stick you're talking about. Has he told you, by the way, like I have seen footage as well, where the police in certain areas seem to be stepping out of the way, seem to almost be encouraging people to enter the Capitol building? We've seen those videos. How did he get inside?
Look, again, this is obviously an active criminal case, so I can talk about what the public knows. Mr. Barnett is a 60-year-old man. He showed up to exercise his First Amendment rights. This is not a moral case. You can have your objections about him any way you slice it. This is a criminal case. Every element of each crime charge must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. He was at the front of the line. There are widespread reports of officers opening up doors and essentially letting the floodgates in with no opportunity to retreat, with no opportunity to return. Throngs of people were pushed in, some willingly, some unwillingly. As the case proceeds, we will bring out those facts. So we are confident that the facts support his innocence, especially with regard to the dangerous weapon and the willful entry on his behalf.
Hey, what about bail? I mean, they do let violent criminals out on bail here in New York. You're in New York. It happens all the time. They still have bail in the federal system, don't they? And why can't it be arranged here?
Sure. What is deeply unfortunate about this situation is that Mr. Barnett was granted bond in a prior district court hearing. Subsequently, in the middle of the night, his bond was revoked for reasons that I don't want to get into now, but he was taken away in the middle of the night from his family, swept up to D.C., where he still remains to this day. Mr. Barnett is a United States citizen. You don't have to love him. You don't have to like him. But he is entitled to all of the constitutional protections that comes with being a United States citizen. He is not an enemy combatant. He shouldn't be treated as one.
Yeah. It's been 2 months, and clearly he was trespassing. Clearly he's going to be doing some time. But this is ridiculous. This is not Russia, and I don't like it. So good luck to you, sir, and to your client. There, I said it. I don't want him in jail anymore. Maybe he'll have to go back someday, but this is ridiculous. Thank you, Mr. McBride. All the best.
All the best to you too, Greg. Take care.
We'll be right back.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.